Amen, amen, amen.
Hey, yo,
Welcome
shout
back to Two Peas in a Pod. And the P is for perspective.
Simo,
What's up?
Mchunu.
Sifisokuhke, Lindokuhle, Dlamini, also known as Soul Sartorial, man.
It's one, Pelo. What's why
Okay, now
introduce
get yourself a better name then.
No, like,
Like, I mean,
no, but that's all there is to my name.
Simo.
Lepelele, love.
hey
That's
man,
it.
bing bong, my
I'm
brother.
a situation, basically.
Bing
and
bong,
that's fine.
take me out to dinner.
Hey, yo.
Hey yo.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Hey man.
Welcome to episode 5.
Episode 5.
Shout out for you for tuning in.
Shout outs.
And, yeah, man. And we are back at it. Back
Yeah,
at it
man.
again.
And
with the white
this
man.
time around, we are just trying to speak about a very powerful force, something that once it captures you, it takes you on, and you know, makes you. Sometimes depends on how you look at it. But I think it's such a powerful force, this thing, you know, when done right. And basically that is love, man.
Love in a nutshell.
L-O-V-E.
Love, L-O-V-E.
L-O-V-E, love and thunder.
Ooh.
Thor.
Okay. Alright, so that's what we're talking about this week. Love.
Yeah,
Wait,
man,
why am
and
I
we're
saying
also
this?
part of the month as well, the month of love.
We're being super cliche, gosh.
Even with the music we're playing, bro.
Super cliche, which is like normal cliche, but with the cape.
That's like definitely your favorite thing to say ever.
Judge.
Not even a judgment, man. That's like probably your favorite line
Yeah, it is my go-to line, but it's
for everything, yeah? But man, love, dog, like love as we know it,
ooh,
what it means to you, and
the ups and downs of it.
of
Okay,
love.
not necessarily the ups and downs of it, the good and bad of it. Because when I say ups and downs, some people treat ups and downs like about the cheating. Personally, I don't believe like cheating is part of ups and downs of a relationship. So and that's that.
What if you guys really just do that to each other? Some relationships, relationships
That's
function. They function on that. So as much as you do whatever shit you do, and that's also love. I mean,
That's
love can
love,
take
yeah.
up so many different forms and shapes. I think.
Personally, I feel like I can't, if I know that I'm with someone and they cheated on me, personally speak, I don't think I'd ever be able to take them back. Because at one moment throughout their sexual intercourse, it slipped out and she pushed it back in. Like, so imagine Leo revelation like is on hater like gay out in public and I'm gonna drop down to my knees. Yeah, I go. I'm
And
sorry.
then you just think
I
about
am
the fact.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Discussion, man.
I can't. So for me, cheating is not an up and down of a relationship.
She
in
probably
any way
looked back at that
whatsoever.
nigga and was like, "Yes, daddy."
Yeah, bonji.
But that's not the chat, man. That's not the chat. It's not cheating. It is love. Let me just ask you this. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been in love?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I've definitely been in love before. Even though if I look back on it right now, it might not necessarily seem as if I was in love because now I have a different perspective of what love is. Ngoba sengikhulile as umuntu.
But at that point, do you
Yeah,
think
at that point in time,
was
yeah.
it not love itself
Yeah.
when you were in it and you were feeling it?
Yes.
Do you not think there was? So
At
why
that-
would you then say Ukuthi,
At that specific point in time.
how is it not longer love then?
Well, it's,
In retrospect.
in retrospect, when I look back at it now, indlela sengikhule ngayo, what I've experienced, what I now know.
But it doesn't take away from.
Yeah, it doesn't take away from it exactly, but at this moment in time, when I look back at it, I'm just like,
Was it really love?
you know what I mean? Even though at the time I really relished in it, and I was about it and experienced it, and I was just like, yeah, this is what I want.
Yeah.
This is what I want. Ngoba phela umuntu uyashintsha nje.
But it still doesn't take away from the fact that
Yeah,
you
it was
felt
it-
love. You
of course.
felt the emotion that you were feeling and you likened it to love. You really just felt this is what love is.
And I
to
was
me.
there in that
In it,
particular
and it was
moment,
love.
and it was love.
Oh, wait, man. For me, okay, girls around booze.
Okay, let me
Ngizwa
ask you, have you ever been in love before then?
I'd like to believe I have, man.
Yeah.
And at that point, when it happened, that's when I knew I was in love.
Oh shit. How,
And
like, you in the actual,
you know what?
can you recall?
It's more of a feeling than obviously it is
You
a
can't
feeling.
pinpoint it, basically.
I knew I was in love when I felt the way I likened it to imagine being on the highest point,
Okay.
the highest point that even surpasses the stratosphere, right?
Okay.
You're standing there, ready to free dive, right? You're free diving without a parachute, without a harness,
Okay.
without any safety equipment, right?
Basically committing suicide.
Maybe not, but you're standing there and you just want to dive. And as you dive, you plunge, you plummet, right?
Okay.
And you're doing this with the understanding, which I don't have any of this safety equipment, but I'm of the understanding, which somebody is going to be ready for me to handle me, to
So you're
catch
hopeful.
me. You're hopeful. There's going to be a person who's there with a big buoy or like a bouncy, huge jumping
Jumping
castle,
castle.
ready to have
Ready
you,
to
So
save
you offer of the mind of what I'm trusting that somebody's gonna be there.
Somebody's
And
gonna
as
be
you're
there.
falling, you realize all this time there's been a harness actually. And,
shit.
and then you realize actually I'm not jumping alone. The person is actually right there with me. And that's when you open your eyes, and that's when you just realize the beauty of the world from the top,
That's dope.
And
Oh, well,
it was just like a feeling like that, sometimes with the epiphany that I had. And I was like, damn, I'm actually in love, where you let go, you're able to be vulnerable, man. You're able to just let go, man, and trust towards the person is going to be there. And also they themselves feel the same way, when it's reciprocal, when whatever you feeling bounces back from they mirror whatever that you're feeling, So ngamangala when that was
When that
happening,
happened.
and it was just so much of a first time for me.
Okay,
And I was like, damn, man, I think this is what love is.
Okay.
After feeling that.
Did it last?
It
Did
did.
that feeling last?
Obviously, Mfetsu isn't. Nothing is permanent, my guy. Nothing lasts forever, and it's always dope to be true to that, to knowing that. To say nothing in this world is always gonna be forever. Things change. Things also take up a different form and shape. You know what I mean?
As time
Hence,
goes
what I
on.
believe about love as well is that love will sometimes evolve.
Okay.
Love will not be me saying I love you every single day, but love will take up a different form of words. Maybe let me learn your love language.
Okay.
You know what I mean? My showing you love is an action. It's no longer me speaking it. It's no longer me telling you every single day, hey, I love you. But maybe it's just in how I do it, into certain things. Maybe there are acts of service. Maybe we are Zogoti, maybe you have a car, but you know nothing about a car. But we are Zogoti Motyakuni needs an oil change. What does that mean? And I'm the person who's able to do that for you.
To sort those things out
So
for you.
those small things,
So,
and there's a
understand
symbol of Utando Lami for you, a love language. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't say it was that exact feeling lasted, but once I'd felt it, I knew it. So much so that
you recognized it.
I recognized it. So much so that it became a metric of sorts for me. Whenever after
Standards was set.
it was a standard was set. You know what I mean? So that whenever I go through a new relationship, I know what a love feels like.
Don't you think that's a bit unfair though?
It might be. It can be viewed in different perspectives about that. But I feel like it's important to know you know what I mean? To have like a certain metric, loved, exactly. It opens you up to that experience. So definitely I know when something comes up, I definitely know is this real or it's not. According to me, according to what I feel real love is,
Because
I
I feel like your boy Lenderson Nugesha right now, especially with like how you want to be loved. Like for me, I have this big idea on like what love actually necessarily is, especially on how it's supposed to work within a relationship. Because I believe like you're supposed to, especially initially in the beginning phase of the relationship, considering that you don't know the other person, ngaleyo ndlela futhi umusha lo muntu empilweni yakho and yabona ukuthi no shit ngincanye lo muntu and you want to love them. So the best, not necessarily the best thing to do, but the best thing you can do is love them the way you know how to love.
Of course, because that's all you have. That's all you have. Yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Because I think it's this. I think the best thing ever to ever do, right? Like giving. I don't think you should give expectant. It's okay, because I'm giving you something, I'm expecting you to give it back to me. It's always a bonus when you get it back. Ne?
Tit for tat.
It's always a bonus when there's a... So you give
tat.
a tit, and then there's a tat coming back your way. So it's like, I want a tattoo, so let me show you a tit. And then I get a tattoo. I don't know. Tit for tat. Okay, maybe not that. Maybe it's a different concept.
But yeah,
what I'm trying to say is that, you know what I mean? So you
should now I want to be a tattoo
artist. And the form of paying is tits.
It's
It's like, show me a tit and I'll give you a tattoo.
I mean, I am a tit guy.
And then call it tit for tat. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that
tit for tat.
That's
That's the name of the.
as a currency, we only take tits.
So if you're a dude, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure, a nipple or something. I don't know. But anyways, what I'm trying to say, guy, please stop it. What I'm trying to say is that I even lost my point. Oh man.
Your point
is that we give because we want to give.
Yes.
So
Yes.
ideally, with you loving a person, you love them because you want to love that person.
Exactly.
They did not put a gun on your head and say, love me back. You know what I mean? You loved them because you wanted to love that person. So it's always a bonus knowing what that person loves you back.
Yes,
Yeah?
of course.
So even with that, so you just give love, man. Just give love because you want to give love, and it's going to hopefully
work out.
Work out the same way back to you.
But like, as I was saying before, like, so like initially in the beginning of the relationship, you love them how you know how to love.
Yeah, I think we were talking about that. Yeah, that's the point I was trying to
you know how to love. You know, but like as the relationship evolves and as it grows,
Sure.
you learn their love language.
Of course, yeah.
You know, you learn how they want to be loved.
You know why? Because ubuyikhumbule uSimo
Yeah.
wakamchunu
Khuliswe ngendlela ethize.
ukhuliswe ngendlela yakho yakamchunu unekhanda lakho lakamchunu usibanibani usibanibani wakasibanibani ukhuliswe ngendlela yakasibanibani unama experiences
Probably
akhe
has a
now
big forehead too. Yeah,
probably and igcwele la inkani igcwele la emzini
Ila.
So obviously, when those two people, so the challenge comes with that. Here's a person with their own experiences. Here's another person with their own experience. Trying to marry these experiences into something that's one. I think that's the biggest challenge about love or any form of relationship. Couple those things to make one. You know, find the balance. You know what I mean? And obviously, that's always not going to always be the case. So how then do you? When are you yourself, Simo? How do you navigate that? Generally, how do you say?
Personally, like for me, it comes with the understanding that, because I feel like the biggest misconception, like in relationships in general, like the broad thing of like love, is that it's always 50-50.
Right.
You know,
in the ideal world.
Yeah, in the ideal world, that
situation.
love is always 50-50. I love you a certain amount and you love me a certain amount back, and we just...
Like 100.
You know, it's always there. Whereas, like, in the world that we live in, man, especially with the circumstances that we face each and every single day, the situations that we find ourselves in, depression, foods.
Right. So how then do you give your 50 when you're going through all of that?
So at sometimes the best we can do in terms of like emitting and showing a person love is 10%. And then the other person is liable for the other 90% of like the whole thing.
And I feel that's only if they can really rise up to that occasion. You know what I mean? Because they'd have to realize, hey, this person is not going
through something.
So I must...
So for them, push him.
Unias 90 because right now they're on their 10, you know what I mean?
And sometimes it's 60-40, sometimes it's 40-60, sometimes it's 25-75. You know, it's not always consistent.
And then also,
it's not
what then
always
happens
consistent.
when you feel good now? It's consistently.
When it has a percentage
Second percentage ephezulu.
Njalo,
How then do I
when-
deal with that as umcheat? On a guy perspective, Simo, how then do you do that? How do you deal with that? You know, loving someone but you feel good, because this is not really working out.
Because what then happens is you get neglected as a person. Like considering that now you're not being loved how you want to be loved. Considering that all you pushing is, the other person in any way because you always. So much
more.
it gets, it's tricky. It's tricky because you don't want to. That's tough. That is tough.
And
It's
another
tough.
thing.
That's a tough one.
On a guy's perspective,
Yeah.
you know, with our expenses as a matrix, we have these things where let's call this one guy, you know, couldn't stay for no good team.
It's all about the woman.
No good as umchita, you awaz ukulahla or you never dump umuntu esifazane, ne? You never dump umuntu esifazane. We grew. I'm sure now. You grew up being taught that. So umuntu esifazane awumlahli. Now, as you're out, you're feeling a certain way, right? You're in a relationship with this person, but you feel like, as in, this is not really serving me.
Or you're doing too much, and the other person's just.
But generally, you feel like this relationship is not serving me. But here is this thing that's been etched in your mind. You grew up knowing what's how then do you navigate Leon to Leo where you're feeling some type of way about this love that you're in, but at the same time you just can't like get up and leave.
I think for me personally, knowing fully well that I don't like stringing people along. I don't like wasting people's time.
Sure, which is a dope trait.
Yeah, I don't like wasting people's time because I know that I don't want my time
to be wasted, yeah?
Yeah. So I'd like, if it means being the shitty person now than being the shitty person in 5 years' time, I'd rather be the shitty person now and like hurt you if it means hurting you now. Maybe you'll get it down the line. Hopefully you do.
And reflect.
Like and reflect as to why, I'm like doing whatever it is I'm doing now. In 5 years' time, I don't see you in my life. And if we're doing whatever it is that we are doing now.
So you're not.
And if you're doing whatever it is that we're doing now, and Yabona will see 5 years down the line or 3 years down the line, you're down the line. I'm psycho lab. And get born and get now lab.
But okay, so wait. So you'd enter into something with the vision of so this thing of are we dating for just wasting time?
No.
Or are we dating or in a relationship with that?
With the pause.
Okay. Touche.
Because see, sometimes, especially with like people that we'll come in the beginning. So we have this ideal thing in our head of like how it's going to be like, because enjoy man, asas. So you have this preconception of what it's going to be like most of the time.
And then it doesn't
unfortunately, that's how we go into relationships. It doesn't unfold,
yeah.
And then it doesn't unfold in the manner in that you viewed it in. Or in
hence why we have breakups, man.
Exactly. Or in the manner that you wanted to unfold it.
Sure.
Even though you didn't necessarily go in with the preconception of God, this is but it's fine, it's kubek. But it's fine. It's kubek. But you go in a relationship with the notion of how you want it to be, or how
ideally,
you see things
you'd
playing
want
out.
to let's try and see if we can make it out.
And then or you go into a relationship or with umuntu thinking, not necessarily thinking, where, especially with crushes,
right?
If you ever achieve your crush, this is normally you have this wild, not necessarily fantasy of how it's supposed to be like, and then realistically and ideal world are like two separate things.
Yeah.
Even though it's going good, but from what you wanted and what you expected, it's just
it's not the same.
It's just
About me, I don't have crushes.
Why don't you have crushes?
I just have people that I want.
Oh, okay.
And then I go for them.
Okay.
It's depending on who's I'm told or not. But,
full moon? Full moon,
Who's full moon?
Good, full moon.
Brandy.
Full moon.
It's not a crush.
People you want.
It's a person back then at that time.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah. But yeah, as to, I'd rather
I'm
be
joking,
the
by the way.
shitty,
That's a
rather
joke.
be the shitty person now than 5 years later.
I know, I get you,
Especially
man.
if I don't see you in my life down the line. Like, why waste your time?
I think
Why
for me,
waste your
that's
time?
also how I treat this whole dating and relationship thing, right? It's either I am not even, I won't even use the word dating because I feel like dating is a process in getting to know a person to either get into a relationship or whatever, you know? So I have two things. It's either we're just vibing, we're in vibes, or we're in a relationship. Yeah, bro? And when we're vibing, it's understood what this is, man. I do not see it for anything more than
Vibrations.
what we're just doing. Just the good vibrations. Good vibrations, and that's what it is. And I'll be honest enough to let you know.
Do you make that evidently clear in the beginning? Or it's
Somewhat.
just hazy?
It's hazy.
All the way
It's normally
throughout,
hazy.
Up until...
It's normally like a let's just see where this goes type of situation.
Okay.
Let's just see how this flows and figure it out as it's harm. And normally when it's like that, it never really ends up being anything more than it's just figuring it out. And then there's also the relationship. With the relationship, who says la committed.
Okay.
All fit in, you know, nje ngiphakathi.
I have
You
a
know.
question to ask you.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you believe in love at first sight? And if you do, have you ever experienced it?
Maybe not love at first sight. I don't think I believe in love at first sight, but I have a situation where I saw a person
And you just
and
knew,
I was like,
fuck it.
damn, you,
Okay.
going for you.
Okay.
Story time.
Story time. Let's go. Popcorn.
It was a popcorn, story time. So I at that point I was working in a bank.
Okay.
And it's a very quiet day in the branch. So not a lot of people. So I have a client. I'm dealing with a client, and the other desks are free, right?
Okay.
And in this branch, I work with a lot of ladies, and I think I was only guy in the branch.
Okay.
Or another guy was there. I don't remember. So here walks in Spec Hifetsu, checks out everything, checks all the boxes, man. Afro to natural afro, PYT, pretty young thing. J, you know, hourglass figure, you know the vibe, the spec.
Okay.
You know?
What the manager pays in German?
Right now, get business client, and then I signal to the other guys. I'm like, don't you dare call the tickets. Don't you dare call the tickets. That's what I mean. And then like, I bet we'll let you do you know.
Oh wait, so they let you?
They let me do that because they understand. They saw the girl.
So technically speaking, they let a customer wait.
Abanga, you know.
Get my
In
out.
terms of Lindokuhle customer service, that shit was bad. That shit was bad. So I'm like, yo, do not call the ticket. So this with me a little ticket, Len. Now, mind you, this client in front of me is just, and
How old is this client?
it's like an old lady dog, like mama nje
Okay.
ukhulile.
Namakati go showcase.
Nah, she's black. So she's like taking her time. Now sengizama ukumsayinisa like yeah, no sign here. You know, sengizama ukuyifingqa lento ukuthi yazini, cela mama. It was lovely yazini so wesikhulume. You know?
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get
like,
out
I
of here,
need to
man.
meet
Get
the
out
love
of
of my
here.
life right now.
Okay.
And then at that point I just called Lindokuhle tickets. Whilst she's still here, just call the tickets. Now the lady is
So
like,
basically, you were like, move, bitch, get out the way.
maybe not like that. But someone's mom, man. So now the lady's confused because wanted ticket like she's like, I'm being called here.
Oopies, look, guy.
But this guy is with someone else, and there's so many other free people. Why am I being called to this person? Eventually, the lady leaves. She sits down. Hey, man, I tried my thing. Relatability. We speak, and actually, the rest is history, man. We ended up.
You made a poor lady wait for your ass, my guy.
I had to do what I had to do, and you know, we ended up. Yeah, man, it ended up being a very beautiful story. So, hey,
Free fall.
free fall, basically, free fall, man. And you know, so I feel like you know when you want something, you know when you see something, it's okay. As in, So yeah, that happened, and it might have not been. I guess it is at first sight, but
Yeah,
I wouldn't
it
say love. But I mean, when you see something that you or someone that you're like, as in, actually,
Law.
you know, you.
Okay. I think I've experienced something like that
Yeah.
to some extent.
Yeah.
To some extent last year. Cause I don't think I'll ever forget this day.
Right.
Or forget this moment per se. Cause I remember when she walked in that place, I was shook. Cause I couldn't say
To the
anything.
core.
To the core. Cause you were there too.
Yeah,
You were there with Undu. You were there with the. You
I know
know
the
this
story.
moment.
I
You
know
know
the
this
story.
moment, man. You know this moment. And I think I've also explained it to her over and over again. I'm going to say, because it was pure coincidence that I was there that day, also. Because I remember that day in Gangsan Moto after it getting fixed, and I was like, I'm trying around,
Sure.
and I called you and I was like, yo, let's go for drinks.
Let's go get some drinks, man.
Let's go get some drinks. I was wearing shorts too.
Sure, Polile. Sure, Shine All
if I'm being
Star.
honest.
I remember the day.
And then do roll through too, and I was about
chilling.
the gents,
Yeah.
chilling with the gents. And then when she walked in, my guy, I was just like,
Damn.
wow, she is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
And if it's in guys lying, Genela Kona,
Yeah,
all eyes on me. Tupac.
And I even remember what she was rocking too.
Yeah.
To the T. I'm not gonna. And then she just stood there and like roamed around the place, surveying it, like looking for her people, I guess.
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn. To the point where each and every single time she'd like walk by our table, I'd be like, damn. Naza nakuyeka nina naza yeah. And eventually the spirits of fuck it took over.
And I'm glad for that, man.
And yeah, what happened, and
I remember the day because she, you know how I remember her? Because she called me a dick.
She called you an asshole. She called you an asshole. It's fine though. It's fine.
Hey man, that was funny because I was just being
an asshole
to her friends.
I guess. I don't know. Do you believe in the concept of too soon when it comes to love?
What is too soon?
Like putting a timestamp or time constraint.
You know what? Lento ifana even nokushada yabo angashadi angazi ngishade, so whatever I'm saying might come from a place of not knowing, but I feel like once you understand something, once you know ukuthi this is what I want to do, you'll do it. I feel like ungahlangana nomuntu bethu kusasa lokho kusayo and you have the best time and then kuhlangana and you'll be like yazini lo ngizomshada because so lento esikhathi mfethu it might be misleading, but it has its merits as well.
Exactly.
You get to learn umuntu and all of that, sharp, konke lokho, sharp, you know, it has its merits. But it's like I feel like once you know something,
personally,
curtains, man,
I don't
it's
believe
chai.
in too soon. I could be gone in within a week. Man.
Yeah, man, it's chai, like it's gone. Gone,
boy. Thinking deep within. Also, my favorite thing like this, umjolo mnandi.
Yo, let me tell you. Let me tell you, man. Let me tell you, dog.
Because anyone on social media tweeting goes, umjolo bazokuherda, etc. Listen, umjolo mnandi. Imnandi leyo nto, especially uma uzothola umuntu nje enizopusha nayo lento eniyipushayo ibe reciprocal. That's the word. That's the word, reciprocal.
You know, it takes me back to you know, there's so many benefits, you know. Like I remember, and especially when you date a person who possibly very thoughtful. I remember I was dating someone who knew that I love movies. Ne? And then in me loving movies, so random, bro. Ngisemsebenzini, kushaya care package. In the care package, sure. The care package, in fact, there's like popcorn, there's chips, dips, list of movies I must go watch. I'm like, damn, which one is this one? In fact, you know, things like that. You know, these small things, they just matter, you know. I think when you understand when you're in something that is good for you, It's easy. So much so that I want to believe, ukuthi, you know, when besho lento yokuthi, if she wants to,
She will.
she will. So this chat of ukuthi women don't want to come to the table with anything, or it dead,
Yeah.
it's because that person
About what
genuinely
you
does
bring
not
to the
want
table,
to.
kahle,
Exactly.
kahle,
It's just because that person does not really want to. Maybe they see you as someone that, you know, once
Akekho lapho
basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When a person wants to, they definitely
And that's
will.
that.
You know,
Hard pill to swallow.
it is a hard pill to swallow
Hard
because
pill
now
to
you
swallow. Hard
reflect
pill
and
to swallow.
will see the people
Yeah.
that I've been with, where they're really showing up.
But also at the same time, it's testament to how you treat another human being.
True.
So
True,
as
true,
much
true,
as
true.
it's a hard pill to swallow, if
I think if you create the space, man,
Yeah,
if you create such a
exactly,
space where a person
exactly.
allows themselves to, once again, falling, you know, where they fall and they understand, Doguti, me falling, I am going to be securely captured, La Pesanti, give safe, and they will definitely come out and do the things they need to do. You know, so yeah, man, love. Love. I think love is a beautiful thing. Love is a force.
love is definitely
powerful.
a beautiful thing.
When done right, love can conquer.
But
It's
what about the
dating.
bads of love? Like the tendency to just ignore everything, like the red flags, and just be completely oblivious to everything that is happening around you, and you're just like,
Maybe that's brought into more infatuation.
yeah.
But even when you're in love, sometimes you do really ignore. I'm a red
Ignore
flag.
so many things. Ignore
And,
so many things.
But I feel like, do you not think then, should see at some point, when that happens, it could be that person is not necessarily in love with you as well. So it might be a one-sided
I think
affair.
that borders overthinking to a certain extent, because you never necessarily like
No,
like 100%
Sure.
fully, I guess,
Yeah.
to a certain extent. So yeah, actually,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
that's
Good
tricky,
Sifetsu,
that's tricky.
you'll never know, man. You'll never know, and the best you can ever do is try. The best you can ever do, honestly,
On your parts.
exactly.
Yeah,
The
on
best
your
you'd ever.
parts,
If you feel Uguti when this is what you wanna do it. You know, and it's only them who will come up and be like, "Nami Futi, it's like that." So
Ever been heartbroken?
not in the context of Uguti, I was shattered, and nah. I think I said this in one of the episodes as well. Where I was like, I haven't been in a situation where like somebody trampled on my heart,
On your heart.
in such
Or
a way.
love them
like,
to a specific point
point
where
where-
they didn't.
I mean, some things sting when they end. You know what I mean? Hence, what I was telling you
Must have
about
heard it.
Uguti. When you date, it's either vibes or in a relationship. And in the few relationships I've been in, it hasn't happened where I was like so much in love that when it ended, I was saying, oh my God, I'm dying. No, man. It was like a sting of Uguti, okay, sharp. You know, I got to know this person, now it's ending, and it's just that emotion of Uguti, so it ended. But
Love is beautiful, man.
when done right, man, love is probably
beautiful.
one of the
Love
most
is one of
powerful
the
and
most
amazing
beautiful things
forces we can ever have.
Ever
And
have.
then,
Ever have.
yeah.
Also,
I think I love love. I think I'm a lover. When I'm in a relationship, I'm a
lover,
definite
not a
lover,
fighter.
man. Not a fighter. I'm a lover, man, and I love love, especially when done right. I think it has to come with that.
Got the fella, man.
Disclaimer.
Done right.
It's depending on you guys.
Yeah,
I think you guys
dependent on
create
the person, yeah.
the
Create
love you want to
situation.
have.
Yeah,
I think to each person it becomes unique. You know, there's no one recipe. SOT. Do this, do
'Cause
that,
love
do
is
that.
so broad.
It's so broad and
So
it's
broad.
unique
It's so
to each and
broad.
every individual, man. So nje, ilokunja Valentine. Have you ever had a Valentine? I mean, we are in the month of love.
Yeah. Looking back, I'd say no. But then this one time, I kinda did ask this girl, and I botched it up.
Yeah.
I botched it up. This was back in, I was still in grade 10 or grade 11,
school.
between the two.
So what did you do?
There was this girl that moved in downstairs because I'm going to So she moved in downstairs. She was, I think, 1 year or 2 years older than me, if I'm not mistaken. And I was like, God damn, you gorgeous, you beautiful, fuck, ayo, you know, like have interactions here and there with her, etc., etc., etc. Up until I was like, you know what, fuck, I want you to be my Valentine.
Away, shout outs to you.
Let's go.
And then what happened?
And then she said yes, and I was like, all right, bet.
What happens then? What does that
Then
mean?
on the day of Valentine's, well, I'm 14 foot. It was a Saturday.
Generally, that's when it happens. I don't know, again.
Yeah. But the 14, I remember on Saturdays, normally in the morning, I used to go to school.
Okay.
Have a little bit of tuition here and there, and then maybe play sports, maybe with the gents a bit, and then fuck off and go home.
Yeah.
No, but that specific day, a friend of mine was like, yo,
So what's the story time, my
yeah,
class?
I see a pet center.
Sure.
Pet center was still a thing back then.
Poppy.
And that basically is testament to my age, I guess, to some extent. But I sequel up. So we go there. We were supposed to meet during the day. And then Minigang said pet center and Bogela band big cramp.
Away. Cramping for Jesus.
To stop the fiery arrows of the devil, put on salvation as your helmet and take the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God, Jesus Christ. So put on the armor of God, Jesus Christ. We love you, God, so we do it for God, Jesus Christ. Belt of truth, Jesus Christ.
I love you, God. And we were supposed to meet up and like go on a date of some sort. And me, I'm busy watching people fucking crump.
Sure.
But they weren't even that great.
Sure. What happened though? Did you end up
Ended up not going in. Cousin Debita. You ended up getting her one of those bracelets. Yo, Kumula bracelets back in the day. Those named ones.
With the thing,
So like on my way back home, Gadlula, like some lady there, and I got
At least you had something,
bracelets. I got the steal. I still like it. Didn't fare for me. It didn't fare good for me after that.
Yeah.
Just. Yeah.
That's the story. Speaking of story time, I remember this one time, Ngaba, with Mr. Valentine in primary school. we always talk about this with a friend of mine who also was Miss Valentine.
Oh, I'm sure pants got.
Eh?
Oh, we know, man.
No, she
She
was Miss Valentine. So what happens is
How have I? Why is this the first time I'm hearing of
that's the
this?
story.
Mr. Valentine.
I was Mr. Valentine, dog, in primary school. I was like in grade 5 or grade 4. So obviously, when you're in grade 5, you're senior primary. So you can imagine I beat all the grade 7s, grade 6.
Oh shit.
I was in grade 5.
Oh shit.
So
You
the
were hot
story
stuff.
Eh?
You were hot stuff.
Not even. It's so awkward. The story is so awkward. So
What do you mean it was awkward?
So how it happens is story time again, I guess. So I don't know what really pushed me to believe it was on the finger and listen stage and just walk in there and be with the Valentine. So I signed up, right? So I signed up. Short dark ass nigga with dimples. Sign up.
Mr. Valentine.
I'm gonna do this. I'm doing this. I was chubby. I was a bit chubbyish in primary school. Okay, I sign up, and then so go by first round. First round is dismal. I'm bad. I'm horrible at this. I'm walking there. I'm just like walking. I just walk through. I don't know what's going on. You know, I'm horrible. I'm bad. I'm just horrible. And then Lindokuhle, one of my favorite teachers ever, to whom I attribute so much of my confidence to, right?
Okay.
Who later on became my teacher when I was in grade 6 and grade 7, Mrs. Lotta. So she calls me to the side. She's like, listen, pep talk, ne? You know, like in the movies, start off bad, come up story.
Underdog.
Underdog, ne?
Story of the underdog.
Calls me to the side. No, listen, in order to win this thing, you just have to do something. Go out there, flex your muscles, do something, you know? Be confident.
Do something.
Do something.
Be confident.
stays in my mind. Mr. Miyagi works on,
Works
works off, you know, stays in my mind. It stays in my mind. I go in there, flexing my muscles. Yes, I'm winning this. I flex. The crowd goes berserk. They're like, let's go, you know? And everybody's going crazy. Votes come in. Guess who becomes Mr. Valentine?
Sure.
Your boy.
Saint
Saint
Valentine.
Valentine, my boy.
Cupid.
So my other friend, like we've long-time friends, she also won. And yeah, we've always spoken about that on how we were part of that, man. I don't know why I shared the story, but
I show beauty pageants. Fuck. But yeah, man, love is a beautiful thing. Love is a beautiful thing. Also, man.
Are you laughing at? I really feel like I shouldn't have shared that story. But man, it happened and I won. I even had a sash and everything. There was like a sash and then this glitter crown.
For some reason, I'm going to tie back so I'm your sash.
And the staff as well. There's a staff and then a sash and then this.
Do you have a bow and arrow?
No, I'm not Cupid. There's a crown made of glitter. And I'm full of glitter now, and I'm walking around the school, you know.
And you were probably wearing red and white.
I was, definitely. You know what's up. And I really hope Mandisa watches this, because she's the one who was Miss Valentine. Dog, it's crazy, man. Stop laughing at me, dog. I mean, I won a pageant. At least I have that to say, because I won a pageant, you know.
That's dope. Like, no, shut up. Anyway.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's love in a nutshell for you guys.
But I don't think I've actually ever asked a person to be my Valentine.
Seriously?
Nah, don't be cool, man.
Like
because I don't believe in also the holiday itself.
Capitalism?
The whole thing about the capitalism. Like all these holidays, like Christmas, Easter. I feel they've made them so commercial that it has ruined or taken away from
the essence
of what they are, man.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful time, though. I won't lie. It's always nice to engage and.
But also in jail.
So imagine if there's someone who believes in it and I'm dating them. Obviously, I'm not saying I wouldn't rise to that occasion and be like, yo, this is what I've done for you. Because I do believe I'm someone.
Also, all those gents that don't buy their girls flowers and they know that their girls want flowers, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Are you calling them out right now, my guy?
Just buy her flowers, my guy.
Yeah, man.
Jeez. You guys are such dicks.
Hey, bro.
Anyway.
But yeah, man, love. And
I just wanted to get that off my chest.
I feel like you just had a moment there, eh? You really wanted to say that.
Nah, because all gents,
yeah, no?
I'm not it.
Oh, man.
It's fine.
Oh, yeah. Actually, on the road to 100 subscribers, now. We need to say this out.
Yes. We have an announcement
on our road.
Basically, in a nutshell, that was the episode on love.
Yeah, we've touched on love.
Yeah, we've touched on love.
Maybe the next time we can touch it with.
Imagine Jalo just number next time saying. Find out next time on Two Peas in a Pod. Since he Dragon Ball Z, magistrate. Since he Dragon Ball Z.
You know what? But I think. There's one thing we've been saying, which is to get like a female voice. It's very important.
Really, yeah.
It helps with the dynamic.
Also, another perspective that we clearly lack.
Yeah, because imagine this with a woman's or a lady's perspective, would have really banged. But
I'm sorry. Need to get my mind out the gutter.
No, man, no puns intended whatsoever.
Really?
None whatsoever. Pun? What?
So basically, the announcement in a nutshell.
So we are on our road to 100 subscribers. Thank you guys for the follow and
for just
subscribe.
messing with this content that we've
been pushing. So we want to do a giveaway basically. So to just explain how it's gonna work, we are gonna take all the people that have commented so far.
Yeah. And the people that are.
I'm here, so you're thus.
Yes,
oh my God.
Of course.
A God.
Oh God, it's Major League.
God.
I don't know why I said that. But yeah.
Just when the pussy ice to pay. Oh God. Shayo thus, man. Shayo so. But anyways,
I don't drink ice cream, just so you know.
Pink ass nigga. No, man.
So road to 100 is basically our road to 100 subscribers.
Just appreciation for you guys. So we're gonna do a giveaway.
Yes.
Where we do like a raffle. So all the people that have commented thus far, and we hope more people are gonna comment as well. So chime in onto the chats. You know, whenever we have these discussions or chats, just chime in as well with your view. So we're gonna do like a raffle. We're gonna take all the names of the people that have commented so far, put them in a bowl, and then randomly pick a name. And the winner is obviously gonna win a nice package. We're gonna send it to you. We're gonna be faithful to that. It's gonna include Inyati ones, as you guys can see there. Definitely. Maybe like a bottle of Yikes hot sauce, and maybe another. Surprise
that we'll keep secret
for now. And then man, so please
mystery enigma
man. Enigmatic ass niggas.
Exactly.
So please just don't always forget to chime in the comments. And man, let's keep the chat going. So the moment
we hit 100 subscribers, this is when we will be partaking in this.
And then we will shoot and show whoever wins
specifically for you guys, because we appreciate you guys. Basically the episode about love in essence is about the love that we have for you guys and you for us.
Away. That's so deep, man.
I know.
Look at you.
Sentanda nonke emakhaya.
With Deepak Chopra.
Okay,
shut up, man. There's a dope one.
Cheers, and that's the episode right there. You're such an asshole. I understand why she called you an asshole.
Caesar, how was it, man?